Hi, welcome back. Today we are going to discuss about operators in C. Operators are the symbols which tells the computer to execute certain mathematical and logical operations. So a mathematical or logical expression is generally formed with the help of an operator. C programming offers a number of operators which are classified into 8 categories. So 8 categories of operators that we are going to discuss today in this class. So here operators are the symbols which tells the computer to execute certain mathematical or logical operations. So mathematical operators, we all know that plus, minus, slash, star, modulo operation. Logical operations are logical and, logical or, logical not. All those things are considered as logical operators. So these operators, mathematical and logical expressions. So these expressions, with the help of these operators, we will create expressions. That is the meaning of the second statement. A mathematical or logical expressions is generally formed with the help of an operator. The C programming offers a number of operators which are classified into 8 categories. The first operator is arithmetic operators: plus addition or unary plus, minus subtraction or unary minus, star multiplication, slash division, percentage modulo division. So these are the operators. Modulo is a modulo division which gives a remainder of integer division as a result. So I will show you a program with modulo division. Okay, here we have a program like this. In main, the variables that we are declaring for these programs are a, b, c. Enter the value for a, b for modular division. So we are collecting those values because these are integer values. So control specifiers like percentage %d is used for collecting this value. C equal to a percentage b. So this is the expression that we have. C equal to a percentage b. So we will show that result here. Okay, let me run this program. Okay, enter value for a, b for modular division. The first value I am giving here is 50. Second value is 7. So 50 divided by 7. So the remainder value of this calculation, 50 mod 7, is 1. You know that 7 into 7, that is 49. Then the only one more value is required to reach 50. So that one value is considered as a remainder, and that will be shown as the output here. So that is the meaning of this statement. One more example, we will check it out. 60 divided by 60 is the first element. Second element is 11. Okay, so 11 5 is a 55. So from 55 you have 5 more numbers needed to reach 60. So 5 is considered as a remainder. So that is the meaning of this modular division. Hope you are clear about this. Next, so that's all about arithmetic operators. I don't want to explain about plus minus because already we discussed about what is the meaning of a plus operator, minus operator, how we are using this one in programming. Because last classes we discussed some more programs with plus, addition, subtraction. Okay. Next, relational operators. Relational operators are used when we have to make comparisons. So C programming offers 6 relational operators. Less than. So keenly observe. Okay, please observe the meaning of these symbols. This is less than symbol. Less than or equal to is less than or equal to. That is very important. Greater than symbol. Then greater than or equal to. Double equal to for comparing. Double equal to for comparing the two values. Not equal to verify whether the condition is negative or not. The relational expression is the expression which contains the relational operator. Relational operators are most commonly used in decision statements like if, while, etc. So we will discuss with the help of a program. Okay, here Okay, this one. Here we have a program like this. Okay, this is one more one of the comment symbol. If you want to comment in the sense, if you want to hide multiple statements from the compiler, if you want to hide a particular statement from the compiler, a particular set of statements from the compiler, then you can use like this. Okay, so listen, I have to hide these statements, like if from statement number 5 to statement number 8, if I want to hide those things, then what I will do is slash, then star, then where you have to close that, where you have to end that comment, there you have to put star, then slash. So up to that statement it is hidden from the compiler. If you want to hide a particular statement, then this is a symbol. So if you want to hide, just give double slash, that double forward slash to hide the statement. Okay, our concept is we are going to discuss about the comparison expression. Here the values are a equal to 3, b equal to 5. Okay, x is a variable that we are using here. All are integer variables. The condition here is if a is greater than, so if a is greater than b, what's the meaning of that? That is 3 is greater than b. If 3 is greater than b, that's the meaning. A is greater than b in the sense, what is the value of a equal to 3. Another value of the next value b is 5. So 3 is greater than b. 3 is greater than 5. Condition false. So condition false in the sense 3 is not greater than 5. That is the meaning. So 3 is greater than 5, verifying the condition. If the condition is true, this statement will execute. Else, if the condition is false, this statement will execute. In our case, 3 is greater than 5. In this case, this condition is false. 3 is greater than 5, condition is false. So this statement will not execute. Remember, this statement will not execute. It comes to the next statement, x equal to b, and output of this statement is what? X equal to 5, and the result will be 5. Let me check. Okay, so the number equal to 5. If you are using less than operator here, so in this case, what is happening? 3 is less than 5. 3 less than 5. Condition is true. So if the condition is true, this statement, the first statement will execute. So this is said to be the true statement. This is said to be the false statement. True statement. This is said to be the false statement. So how can we achieve this? Only with the help of this relational operator. Okay. So a less than b. So x equal to a. If the condition is false, it comes to this second statement. Okay, let me check. Number equal to 3, because 3 is less than 5. So this is the way this if statement is used. And next operator is consider a equal to 5 and b equal to 5. I just want to compare whether a equal to 5. Okay. If a equal to b, what's the meaning of that? 5 equal to 5. If the condition is true, then a equal to x equal to a. Okay, that is a program that I am writing here. X equal to a. If the condition is false, it comes to x equal to b. What is the meaning of this? 5 equal to 5. Condition is true, so x value equal to 5. Okay. If the condition is false, I am giving 6 here. So here 6 equal to b, condition false. It comes to the else false statement. False statement, x equal to b. So x will store the value 5. Okay. Next, not equal to b. A not equal to b. What's the meaning of that? 6 not equal to 5. Condition true. 6 not equal to 5 is the true statement. So it comes to the true statement x equal to a. So 6. What is the value of x? 6. X equal to a. So this is assignment. We are assigning the value a to x. So this is another operator that we will discuss in the next slide. So x equal to a. Okay. Okay, that's all about this relational operators. Okay. Next, the concept here is arithmetic operators have higher priority than the relational operators. What is the meaning of this higher priority? Okay, the meaning that if arithmetic expressions are present on two sides of the relational operator, then arithmetical expression will be calculated first and then the result will be compared. Okay, that is very important. Here, for example, I am writing a condition like this: 2 plus 5 is greater than 1 plus 3. If this is the condition that I am writing in the program, so at that time, what will be the first process that will execute? First process will consider as this operation, arithmetic operation. So what the next step is? 2 plus 5, that is 7. 7 greater than 4. So which one is having the highest priority? The arithmetic operation is having the highest priority. So without this arithmetic operation, how can we calculate the result? So that is the meaning, very simple logic, it's a common sense. The statement says that arithmetic operators have higher priority than relational operator. What is the meaning of this priority? Priority in the sense giving more importance. So here, which operator? Here how many operators we have? Plus is one operator that is considered as arithmetic operator. Greater than is another operator that is considered as a relational operator. Again plus, that is also considered as a arithmetic operator. So here, if we are considering this relational operator having the highest priority, you will not get any result. Because how can you produce any result? Because this result is pending. These two results are pending. Then only you can give you the correct result. So automatically, arithmetic operators have the highest priority. So in the next step, what I will do? I will write it like this. 7, that is the next step, greater than 4. So the highest priority goes to the arithmetic operation and then perform the relational operation. Now we will compare 7 greater than 4. Now it has a meaning. Okay, that is a general common sense statement for this slide. Okay, hope you understand. Next. Logical operators. So logical operators are used when more than one conditions are to be tested, and based on that the result decision have to be made. C programming offers 3 logical operators. They are logical and, logical or, logical not. For example, a is less than 18 and a is less than 18 or a is greater than 60. An expression which combines 2 or more relational expression is known as logical expression. Okay, let me check this this slide with the help of a program. Here, consider. Here in our program, a equal to 3, b equal to 5 and x equal to 0. This is a declaration part and initialization part. Declaration as well as initialization part of this program. So a equal to 3, b equal to 5 and x equal to 0. We are going to compare. I have a requirement that I have to compare 2 conditions. First condition, verify a greater than b. At the same time, I have to verify whether x equal to 0. So in this case, if you want to, you can write it in a different way, but you can complete the process in a single line. If a greater than b, that is the first condition, and x equal to 0, that is the second condition. I just want to verify the statements. If I want to verify both the conditions are true, then this true statement will execute. So normally, what is the process? Okay, 1 and 1, you will get what? 1. Okay, better. Okay, these are the, okay, that we will comment at the end. Okay, okay, 1 and 1, that equal to 1. 1 and 0, what is that? Equal to 0. 0 and 1 equal to 0. 0 and 0 equal to 0. So these are the rule of logical AND operation. Correct? You may studied all these things in your previous classes, previous 12th standard classes. Okay. Here we have conditions like this. So how can you relate these logical operations with our C program? Very simple. If A is greater than B, if this condition is true, then our compiler will return a value 1 here. So if this condition is true, it returns a value 1. So, and if x equal to 0, it also returns a value 1. So that's the meaning. In our case, A equal to 3 and B equal to 5. Okay. So I am just modifying the statement. A less than B. What is the meaning of that? 3 less than B, condition true. So compiler returns the value 1 for this particular case. Okay. So I am writing here 1. Okay, and x equal to 0. In this case, x value equal to 0. So 0 equal to 0. Again, this one also returns the value 1. So now we are performing the operation, logical operation, 1 and 1. What is the result? 1. So the total entire if statements is getting true. Okay, that is why I mentioned this is a procedure of a programming. This is a procedure in C program. While writing if condition, we have to write it in a bracket. So the first bracket, A less than B. So the result will store. So you can write it like this. One. Okay. Okay, these are the common statements. So these are the deepest portion of programming. You have to understand all these things, then only you can perform. Okay, what I did is I deliberately made that this condition is true. How I made this? With the help of giving the statement as 1. 1 is the meaning of 1 here is this condition is true and this condition is true. So before explaining this one, I will explain the previous program. This conditional, yes, here instead of mentioning this is a procedure, this is an option that we have. I am deliberately making this one as 1 here. Okay, that means without verifying the condition, I am saying that the condition is true. This is the control of a programmer, that we can deliberately making this condition as true. Okay, let me check. Listen, I am not verifying the number is 6. Okay, I am not verifying any condition here. Very importantly, I am not verifying any condition here. Instead of that, I am deliberately saying that this condition is true. How can I say like that? By giving the value 1. So what is the meaning of that? So we are reducing the step of the compiler. Usually what the compiler will do is, if A greater than B is the condition, what the compiler will do? Compiler check what the value of A. Compiler goes to A, collects the value of A, that is 6, and then compare with A 6 greater than, what is the value of B? 5. 6 greater than 5. So compiler again gives that, okay, the condition is true. Now compiler assigns the value 1 here and again verifies if of 1. If the condition is true, then this statement will execute. So instead of doing all those steps, we are saying to the compiler that deliberately this condition is true. I don't want to verify any other process, any other conditions like A greater than B or A less than B or whatever it is. I am saying that this condition is true. I need a result. So this type of statements that we are using in our future programs. Okay. So at that time, the first statement, what is that? X equal to A will execute. Okay. So that is the meaning of the statement. Okay. So now I am coming to this here. Here we have two conditions. So what is that? A greater than B. Initially, I made A greater than B and x equal to 0. X equal to 0. Remember, if you are comparing the two values like x equal to 0, then you have to mention 2 equal to, double equal to. If you are mentioning single equal to, what is the meaning of that? We are assigning a value to x. In this case, if you are using double equal to, then you are comparing the value. So the conditions like if, while, for, that we will discuss in the future classes. So there we have to use double equal to. Okay, remember that is very important. Most of all our engineering students, they made a mistake that x equal to 0. It is meaningless. It's meaningless. We are going to compare here. Okay, in this case, if A is greater than B, that is a condition. If A is greater than B, so 3 greater than B, condition true. At the same time, we are verifying that x equal to 0. In the background, what is happening here is A is greater than B. Compiler goes to collects the value of A. A is 3. 3 greater than B. Condition B is what? 5. 3 greater than B. Condition false. So compiler returns the value 0 here. And compiler goes to the second case. What is that? X equal to 0. X equal to 0. 0 equal to 0. Condition true. So compiler returns the value 1 here. So 0 and 1. What's the value of that? 0 and 1? 0. That means the entire condition is false. Okay. Once the entire condition is false, it comes to the else statement. Okay. Let me run the program. X equal to 5. What is 5? 5 equal to B. Clear? So this is the meaning of a logical operation. Likewise.